Hello and welcome to the University of Manitoba Resources for Agriculture podcast. I am your host, Uduak Edet, an agricultural research extension engineer in the Department of Biosystems Engineering. This podcast is your gateway to discovering the latest innovation, research, and practical solutions in agricultural engineering. Our mission is to forge meaningful connections with the agricultural community and help farmers address their engineering needs and aspirations. Today, we are privileged to have in our midst Dr. Ying Chen, a distinguished professor in the Department of Biosystems Engineering, University of Manitoba. For over 20 years, Dr. Chen has developed a strong research program in the area of agricultural machinery, soil dynamics, conservation tillage, and seeding. Her dedication has not only advanced research, but also inspired countless students and colleagues. Dr. Chen, before we discuss your research and accomplishments, please tell us a bit about your background and what inspired you to pursue a career in agricultural engineering.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Uduak. I grew up in a small village in China where farming was the primary means of living. However, the lack of mechanization made life very challenging for farmers. That inspired me to pursue agricultural engineering for all three of my post-secondary degrees. A major turning point of my life was moving to Canada for graduate studies, which brought me the opportunities of working at University of Manitoba as a faculty member, specializing in agricultural machinery and soil dynamics. For those unfamiliar with soil dynamics, this field focuses on how soil behaves when interacting with the machines. Soil dynamics play a crucial role in agricultural operations, such as the tillage and the seeding. Understanding soil dynamics will help optimizing machine performance, improving efficiency and the sustainability of mechanization.
Okay. So, how do you ensure that your research is not only theoretical, but also practical and applicable in real world agriculture?
In the early years of my career, I focused on practical research through field and laboratory experiments. Later, I started doing modeling and simulations driven by industry needs for fast prototyping of agricultural machinery. Simulations can help accelerate product development while reducing the cost associated with testing physical prototypes. Modeling also enables us to obtain results and publish papers more quickly. Also, funding from NSERC Discovery Grant supports theoretical research. Another important aspect of theoretical research is to provide the right topics for PhD students, helping them develop a strong understanding of the fundamentals in science and engineering.
Oh, thank you. Can you share the key milestone of your research journey in agricultural machinery and soil dynamics?
Yes, not much about milestones, but it's my achievements. So my research achievements can be categorized into three main areas. One is machinery for fiber crop harvesting and processing. Two, machinery for livestock manure applications. Three, modeling of soil machine interactions. I believe the third area is expected to have the longer term impact. Talking about modeling, in my work on modeling and simulation of soil machine interactions, I have extensively used the discrete element method. It's a numerical method for modeling soil, machine, and crops, all these things. So this method allows us to see more details about soil. In the models, soil are treated as a collection of individual particles. You can analyze the behavior of individual particles. It will help us to understand how soil particle moves, how soil particles interact with the machines, and how these interactions affect the machine performance and so on. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. How do you measure the success and impact of your research initiatives?
That's a good question. Success can be measured using many indicators. I will just mention about publication and funding. On average, I publish 4 to 5 refereed papers per year. Not a particularly high number compared to some researchers' staff, but I have to say that it's happy about that. As a principal investigator, I continuously hold the NSERC discovery grants along with several other NSERC funded projects. I know the success in research is not solely measured by the number of publications or the amount of research funding received, but also measured by the quality impact of the work. So I have always taken responsibility for ensuring the quality of the work, the quality of the paper before submission for publication. So talking about this, I would like to take this opportunity to thank all my graduate students whose contribution played a significant role in my success. Over 90% of my publications were co-authored with my students. So I'm very grateful to my students.
That's wonderful. Quick question. What challenges have you faced as a human in engineering and how have you navigated them?
That's a good question. Women remain underrepresented in engineering, both in teams and the leadership roles. For the first 15 years of my career, I was the only female faculty member in the department, often finding myself as the only woman in the room. However, I was fortunate to work in a supportive environment where I did not have to work harder to establish credibility or ensure my voice was heard. For other women in engineering who may face challenges, seeking support from colleagues and women in engineering organizations can be helpful. The best way to navigate these challenges is to let your work speak for itself. Demonstrating the competence will always be the most powerful statement.
That's good to know. What role has serving different professional bodies play in your career?
I have been a member of several professional associations, with the most significant one being the member of the Canadian Society of Agricultural and Biosystems Engineering. I joined this society when I was a graduate student. Over the years, it has benefited me in many ways, including networking opportunities, receiving awards, and being honored as a fellow of the society. I was also fortunate to serve as the president of the society, which allowed me to contribute to the profession while further expanding my connections and leadership experience.
Okay, thank you. Let's talk a bit about teaching. What teaching method have you found most effective in engaging students in biosystem engineering?
To enhance student learning, I use problem-based method, or you can say case studies, to illustrate theoretical concepts through real-world examples. This approach helps the student understand complex ideas more effectively and return knowledge longer. I believe that teaching should focus on principles and the concepts other than technical details, which students may forget soon after the final exam. Concepts and principles, on the other hand, can stay with them for a lifetime and are often applicable across multiple subjects.
Okay. Can you discuss the evolution of your teaching philosophy over the years?
There are many effective teaching philosophies there that can enhance the student learning. But I don't want to spend too much time. But the one important aspect, you care for students in everything you do. That's important. Over the years, this philosophy has strengthened my commitment to put the student first. I believe that teaching should be above everything, although we got a research to do, but teaching should always the number one duty faculty member. So there are many examples that shows care for students. For example, you thoroughly prepare each lecture. You're delivering high quality instruction, ensuring that students have the support they need beyond the classroom, and supervising your TA in laboratory tutorial sessions, provide support to them. So all this will help maintaining high standards for student learning.
What do you consider the most important qualities of an effective mentor?
So for mentorship, I'm going to focus on graduate student mentoring. Over the years, my mentoring staff for graduate students has changed significantly. I think this may happen to other faculty member. When you are a young faculty member, so when I first started, I expected students to work a lot independently with the minimum guidance because I will be busy on other things, writing grants, giving lectures. So you ask a student to produce more, but you give less time to get them. So later I realized the importance of being more approachable and actively investing in student success. So the ability to provide constructive feedback is essential quality of an effective mentor. I think all this about is like what I said, the teaching philosophy is care for students. In this case, care for graduate students. So a great mentor balances high expectation with encouragement, helping students building confidence in their abilities. So more importantly, create a respectful environment where students feel valued and supported. One example is I visit the lab once or twice a day to address student questions, concerns, to inquire the research progress, not in a fashion of pushing, but guiding them. I also ensure timely feedback to review their report, papers, thesis within 2 weeks of time, no more than 2 weeks. I stay that. So most times within a week, helping them to stay on track for graduation. So as a result, nearly all my graduate students have completed their program within 2 years for master degree and 4 years for PhD degree.
Oh, that's great.
The last point is on average, my master students publish 1 or 2 papers. PhD students publish 3 to 4 papers before the graduation.
Oh, that's great. Just to even follow up on this question, what advice do you give to young researchers facing challenges in their early career?
Yes. So I have been there. I think I just recall applying for NSERC was stressful. Teaching was also stressful. But by learning, attending teaching workshop, you can catch up. So I'll be focusing on research. So first of all, you got to secure NSERC grant, discovery grant. You start with identifying a right area for NSERC. It's a research program, not a project. It's a long-term research. So the right topic is important. Secondly, besides NSERC, I would suggest to develop a secondary research area that aligned with the industry needs to attract additional funding and networking and collaboration with your colleagues, seeking guidance, mentoring from your colleagues. So you got a main line of research supported by NSERC and a second line of research supported by industries. Also, don't forget, investing in graduate students, it's not a waste of time. They are the key driver of your productivity. You can't produce many papers without graduate students. All this to say, to be successful, besides the teaching well, the bottom line is maintaining research productivity. That's critical. To do so, to be competitive, to continually holding NSERC funding, you and your student should work on publications almost every single day. Advice I give to young researchers.
Okay. So, what are the big challenges facing agricultural engineering these days?
There are many small things like funding and industry support and so on, but I want to talk about the bigger pictures agricultural engineering field. When looking back in history, we see how agricultural engineering has changed the world from the evolution of tractor design, conservation, tillage. So agricultural engineering has impacted the world in enormous ways, making us so proud to call ourselves agricultural engineers. But agricultural engineering is facing the challenge of global population growth, decreasing agricultural land, climate change, and the water and the energy crisis. So agricultural engineers must be a part of the solutions, continuing providing safe food and water for the world, and guided by the principle of conservation and sustainability.
Thank you. What do you intend to do after retirement?
Yeah, I'm so excited about my retirement. It's coming in 2 months. After retirement, I'm planning to continue supervising my current graduate students until they complete their programs. I also intend to finish and publish some research work that I started several years ago, which I have so much interest on those work. Then maybe I will write a couple of technical books. I know that's time consuming. If opportunities arise, I would love to contribute to international projects focused on conservation agriculture and sustainable mechanization. And last, not the least, beyond academia, I look forward to spending more time with my family and enjoy personal hobby like fishing, gardening, and many hobbies. I'm excited about this new chapter.
We are happy for you as well. What would you like to say to the departments before you retire?
That's really a good question. Thank you for asking this. I got lots to say. So as I'm preparing to retire after 28 wonderful years in this department, I want to express my deepest gratitude to everyone in the department who has made this journey so fulfilling. It has been a privilege to be part of such a supportive and inspiring academic environment. I have always felt valued and encouraged, which has made my work incredibly rewarding. Actually, I don't want to retire anymore. But so I want to extend my sincere appreciation to the department head, actually many department heads in the past and the current, whose leadership has fostered a culture of respect and academic excellence. My colleagues have been more than just peers. They are friends, a source of constant inspiration. The department office staff and technicians have been always supportive in overcoming small, big obstacles along the way. Here, I don't want to mention all those support, but I just want to thank all of them, making these 3 decades easy and meaningful. Lastly, while I may be retiring from my official role as a professor, but I'm excited to see how the department continues to grow in the years to come. Keep in touch.
Thank you. And thank you so much, Dr. Ying Chen, for sharing your time, insights, and remarkable journey with us. It's been a real honor speaking with you. As you embark on this new chapter of retirement, know that your influence would endure through the countless students, colleagues, and community you have touched, the advancements you have championed in agricultural engineering, and your unwavering commitment and passion for education.
Thank you, Uduak, for your nice words. Thank you for having me today.
And thank you all for listening. And please stay tuned for upcoming podcasts on the University of Manitoba Resources for Agricultural Engineering, your gateway to discovering the latest innovation, research, and practical solutions in agricultural engineering.